Everybody, finally planted out, and it started to drizzle a little bit, so I won't have to water so much. So all my plants that I got ready for this barrel are in. Yeah, you see there's a little baby lettuce in there or something, I can't remember what I put in there, but obviously as you plant some of the plants, the soil does come down, and if you're not careful they cover the plants that were in there. Luckily for me, I do have a little extra basil plant or two. I'll just put that in there. There we go. All the little holes are filled, and on top some cherry tomatoes. Okay, so let me go through what exactly I put in here. Let's start on this side. So first, I've got some cucumbers, which are a good size already. I have some bush beans. This over here is coriander. Some lettuce all over the place. The basil, sweet basil, I've got a couple of those in. Brussels sprouts, which I'm not too sure if it'll work in this barrel, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, so it's the cucumbers. Oh, and on top, of course, I've got 4 little cherry tomato plants. So what I'll do is I'll build a cage up around the edges. I'll build a little jig that I can screw on and screw off of this easily for, you know, when I want to get to it the next time or whatever. But I think building something onto this that I can remove easily and put back easily would be better than to just put stakes in next to the tomatoes. But I'll see when I get to that. The worms are in. I've got a little nifty cap where I can just add my kitchen scraps in there. I need to do some holes in here though, just to get the little wormies some oxygen, and they're all down there living happily. I've put some scraps in for them already, so as soon as they settle down they can start eating and enjoying themselves, having the good life. Now in retrospect, or with the next tower, what I think I'll do is I'll start planting as I fill the barrel. Fill a little bit, plant, full plant, full plant, because this was quite a bit of labor just to get it all planted out nicely. As I made the holes for the plants, the soil kept coming down and falling out. I've got quite a bit of soil just laying around on the outside, but overall I'm happy with the whole way of doing it, and I can see this working. But yeah, this is an experiment. We'll see later down the line. Now, I think what I'll do is I'll do a weekly update with this, so you guys can keep track of exactly how this whole deal is doing, and if it's worthwhile building or buying one of these barrels for your home. This is of course ideal for patios, small gardens, and you know, there's no real reason not to have a vegetable garden if this works. All the excuses, I don't have enough space, it's too expensive to maintain, it's too much work to maintain. You know, I just feel that if a system like this does work, there's no reason why everybody shouldn't have one. I mean, that's 60 plants. If you rotate your crops and you do it properly, you can grow quite a little bit of vegetables in this. If you have 3 or 4 or 5 of them, you should never have to spend an enormous amount of money on organic vegetables, because you can just do it yourself. The worms will take care of most of the feeding of the plants, but we'll supplement it a little bit now and then, and with a good layer of mulch on top and throughout the entire barrel. Now there's enough food for the worms in this barrel probably to last a few years. I don't see why the worms would finish off all these leaves in less than that. It's a 200 litre drum. So there's a lot, and I think I put about maybe 60 worms in there, because what I want to do is get those worms to really reproduce. And I didn't do anything special. I didn't go out and buy the recommended red wiggler worms, as they call them. I just dug a couple of worms out of the garden and used those. They do the job just as well as anything else. Now, I have heard some people saying that the worms only live in the top portion of the soil. I'm hoping that because of the tower and the light that comes in the tower, they will actually move in and out of the soil and not just stay concentrated in one place and build a massive population that eventually just starts regulating itself and dying off. But as time goes by, we'll see. Yeah, so that's it. Nice rainy day. Not too much rain, just a little bit of drizzle. So I think I will actually water this just to get it watered through. Oh yes, another thing, right at the bottom, let's see if I can get this. I've got a couple of holes drilled in there, so when I do garden and I'm busy around the house and everything and I water the plants, I'll put a little bucket down there which will catch all of the excess water and nutrients from the compost and hopefully the worm castings. So if you do live in South Africa, I'm in Gauteng, and you would like more organic food for your family, let's see how this goes. But farming in your backyard is not impossible. I'll do some videos later on with all the other vegetables I'm experimenting with and planting, because at this stage my entire garden is an experiment. And yeah, we'll see from there. But okay, this has been the barrel garden with the worm composter inside. I'm in a summer rainfall area in Gauteng. So if any other South Africans would like to grow more veg, just let me know. And just leave it in the comments below. If you want to see any other experiments, I'm more than willing to try them. Okay guys, so next week I'll upload a video with an update on this barrel. Hopefully nothing dies off by then. So I'll see you then. This is Edwin Knott with Eddie's Garden. Cheers.